Video we will show you how you can use SeeSAR in a project that is not structurally enabled, or if you simply would like to look at your molecules without a protein. And in order to do that, you can, for example, simply sketch up a molecule in Marvin Sketch, for example, and you can then load this molecule by simply dragging and dropping this file into the SeeSAR molecule table. When you select this molecule, the 3D structure is already generated, so you can look at your molecule in 3D in the viewer here. And now we can edit this molecule, for example, exchange its core, because you might want to leave the IP space or just generate a few new ideas for follow-up. So in order to exchange the core, we will select this molecule as reference by clicking this eye. The molecule will turn blue, also in the table, and then we can start to edit this molecule by clicking the edit button. You see that the reference is underneath, and we can now exchange, for example, a core like this one here, and we can do that two ways. We can either select the core in 3D here by dragging a box around the corresponding atoms, or we can simply drag a lasso around the core in 2D. Whichever way you do this, you have a selected set of atoms. Remember, we cannot cut rings, so you always have to select a full ring. And now we can go to the ReCore button, and we will now be able to search the CSD-based index that is given here. If you have a subscription to the CSD, you may use this. You may download it from the CCDC website. If you have no subscription to the CSD, you can, for example, download our PDB-based index for free, or a zinc-based index, or any other index that you wish to generate off your own compound set, for example. So let us generate a bunch of compounds. Because ReCore is using an index, this happens very, very fast. Here are the first 10. And in order to get a little better perspective on the generated conformation, we will turn on the torsional quality of the compounds, which are also based on CSD information. They are categorized in 3 different categories for how well they are represented in the CSD. Green for very well represented, yellow for not so much, and red for not represented at all in the CSD. So we can now look at our generated compounds, and we can also see, because we have the reference here, how much the conformation of the composite is varying from the conformation of the reference structure. This can be done for all of them simply by going through each of them in the table. You can then select the ones that you like. We can select just a few, or a sequence, and this sequence, these molecules, can then be saved into an SDF file.